Hey guys, it's been a while, hasn't it? In the description, you will see something along the lines of a disclaimer, just saying I'm not on here presenting myself as any kind of medical professional or therapist, or don't go do something because I'm telling my story and you decided, without really consulting within yourself first, is that something I should try, and hopefully by the time I'm through here, I will have helped some people break out of that way of being, even if that person is only me. It is what it is. So you may notice that I'm in a car and that the car is running, but I assure you I am parked in the garage. I'm probably going to be all over the place because I've already been confined with my thoughts too long, because the South has decided to have a white after Christmas party. And there is no power, which I'd kind of heard, but I wasn't anticipating. Like, you guys, when you're in the South and you're used to dealing with hurricanes, you're like, okay, no power, no big deal. Like, it's going to be annoying to some degree, but you get hot, you take a shower. You take a cool shower, Nah, this is like some other... Y'all, I did not know what's going on with 2020, 2021. I don't know what's going on with this entire... Ooh. And this has to do with the empath side, and I haven't quite figured out how I'm going to merge these together except to tell my story, because I think that's the only way that it can come together. And I know that I owe a video based off of my own request about judgment and discernment, and I'm not going to pretend like discernment is something that I really am an expert on. I'm not going to attempt to say that at all. But I can only speak to my experiences. I can't make broad statements and blanket assumptions, or should I say broad assumptions and blanket statements, whatever. I can't do that because I don't know somebody else's story. I don't know if everybody that has trauma has these same hurdles and experiences and challenges and things like that. Like, I don't know, or I don't know if it's collectively a human problem, like humanity, you know what I mean? And I know everybody wants to pick sides, but like, I feel like we're so busy picking sides that we're not picking like any side. I don't know how to explain how that feels to me, but I'm sure we'll get into it. I'm sure we'll. As long as I keep showing up, and I know it's been a minute, and I kind of feel apologetic, but I also kind of feel like sometimes it takes the time it takes to incubate, and sometimes things happen when they're supposed to happen. That's just the way it is. Like, what do I have to do now except sit in my car to stay warm? Let me show you guys. Well, maybe. We'll see. You know what? I don't even know if I can turn this around when I'm doing. Oh, I can't, so you can't see. I'll have to do another video later, I guess. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. So, I feel weird because I feel like I'm talking to people like a friend, but I don't know any of you. Well, I know the few people who are following currently, because they are friends, and I appreciate them being here and supporting me, even though I feel like always backing out of shit. They were giving me credit recently, and it's been weeks since I've posted a video, and they were giving me credit about just like putting myself out there, but it's still hard. Like, it's not like it's easy, it's just a decision. Like, okay, well, you've lived your life in a shell all this time. So, y'all, this is going to be an all over the place video. If you don't know by now, my brain works that way, and I used to be mad about it, but now I just go with it because I always end up finding my way. So why am I going to hate on it? So anyway, Like, it takes me so long to tell. Like, I'll tell something and then be like, oh yeah. 2 days later, I'll be like, oh yeah, I forgot this part that's kind of important because I went off on some other tangent. But I will say part of my all over the placeness probably is a reflection of me not doing the best self-care. I'm trying to at least, my number one self-care is rest. If I'm tired, I'm resting. I don't care. Even though it gets on my nerves that I don't get things done, if I feel tired, I'm resting. I don't care. Like, I just... Okay. And I don't even know if I'm gonna share this video. I'm just that kind of person. I focus better when I look out into the distance usually, so. But anyway, yeah, I know I'm due a video. I do want to talk about it. I do think it's important. I feel like I'm just trying to find the best way to talk about it. And I feel like I should know by now that the best way for me, look, I've been out here for too long. I've been out here for 30 minutes. The best way, but I'm warming up and I'm charging my phone, and apparently I'm recording a video that I don't know when I'm going to be able to upload. So that's not going to be edited. So it's going to be a hot fucking mess. So anyway, sometimes you just gotta laugh about shit, y'all. You just got to. Like, I don't even know any other way to say it. Like, so it looks beautiful looking out here, sitting in this car that's finally warming up and feeling comfortable. We've lost power since around 6 o'clock this morning. It is now nearing 11. We don't know if we're part of a rolling blackout or if it is... I feel like this is... y'all, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm from the South and I just don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand this weather. It confuses me. It's cold. It's uncomfortable. And I want to move to some place where it does snow. And so now I'm like, well, do I? But I've been there when it snows, and it's not like this. It's not like miserable and uncomfortable and like super damp cold. It's like dry cold. But yeah, let me get back on track. So sorry. I'm just looking at the snow thinking like, WTF. Like, there's a car in front of me in the driveway, and then a work vehicle, and then I'm just seeing everybody's roof. It's not even like it's that much snow, but for us it's a lot of snow. Like, the whole street is white. Like, all the sidewalks are white. There's grass poking up through some of the snow. I guess the grass is a little bit taller. It's just ridiculous. Like, I can't even handle what's happening right now. And it's been cold here before, and I've never gone without power in the cold. Like, this is the first time something like this has ever happened for me. So, I don't know. But we're just gonna try to make the best of it and hopefully not kill my car or, die of whatever it is that you die of when you sit in your garage in a running vehicle. I have ventilated the garage. I've opened the side door and I've opened the garage door. In fact, I'm going to turn this off for a little bit just to give it a break. I'll probably immediately be cold, but that's all right. I'll just sit in here in my little bubble. A little bubble of warmth. So yeah, I don't know when I'm going to get to upload this, but yeah, so I guess I kind of do want to talk on judgment and discernment in a roundabout way, apparently. And I apologize. To some degree, I apologize. I definitely feel like I need to come with a disclaimer, but it bugs me. It bugs me when I think about it too much, how off topic I tend to get, and how I understand that's why people edit. But I don't want to go through... I don't have the time, space, or energy right now to deal with it, so I'm not going to worry about it. And if people don't like it, that's fine. People don't have to like it. I'm not for everyone, and I'm okay with that. So, that being said, yeah, let's talk about something judgment. Okay, so, I believe because of my upbringing, which I think I've expressed before, wow, I feel like I've been talking forever, which I feel like I've expressed before, I definitely felt judged a lot, you know what I mean? I felt like I always walked on eggshells my entire life. Like, I remember, like, I'm probably gonna get emotional talking about this. I remember, like, listening through walls to try to see what was happening. So that, like, I guess I could get ready for whatever was about to come around the corner. You know what I mean? Like, I used to try to, like, if the phone would ring and I'm like, oh, is this school? Is this school calling to tell them that I've done something wrong, or, you know, I'm not going to class? Because, and that's the thing, people think, oh, people that skip class, they're losers and they're this and they're that. And no, people that are doing things that are not the norm usually, first of all, are probably being most true to themselves, and second of all, possibly are going through something traumatic, and they don't, like, the body's natural response is to just go into chaos, it seems. You know, looking back at my own experiences, as like a youth, you know, like a teenager and all that jazz. I can't believe I just said all that jazz. You know, like, I made some pretty not great decisions. I think everybody does. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to sit here and make blanket statements. I don't want to do that. I'm going to speak on my experience and what I think based off my personal experience. And I do struggle with feeling judged, like, especially when it comes to work. Like, I always feel like I'm about to lose my job. I always feel like, and I don't even know where these thoughts really come from. All I can imagine is that it's something that's tied to my upbringing and all the trauma that I went through, and I'm trying to fix it, you know? And it's hard. And through trying to fix it, you know, I found about empaths and all that, and, you know, I've had some personal experiences that have always kind of made me really rebel against, kind of, trying to think of what I want to say without, you know, coming off too crazy. You know, I don't know. I've always kind of not wanted to do what everybody else is doing. I've always felt very strongly like I don't want to do what other people are doing. So, and I think in a lot of ways it's served me, and I think in a lot of ways it's made my life complicated because I don't know how to connect with people all the time. As should be evident by the way these videos come out. I hope they're helpful, but, you know, who knows? Only time will tell. So, and only showing up will be able to give me that knowledge. And so I have to suck it up and just do my best to go with the flow. So, do my best to show up whatever the fuck that means or looks like. That's what it boils down to. All right. So, and those are things I think about too, like when I'm feeling judged, you know, and sometimes we are being judged, you know, and so sometimes I'm like, is it my trauma making me feel judged, or or is it the empathic ability to, like, notice things? You know what I mean? If you're empathic, you know what I'm talking about. Like, you can go into a room and you can basically feel the room and see kind of like if there's tension, if there's, like, there could have just been like a knockout fight or some shit, something, right? And it's been kind of cleared away, but you go in and you still pick up on, like, oh, it feels awkward in here, it feels whatever in here, it feels, you know what I mean? And I don't think that that's limited to just empaths. Like, let me also say that this is something that I believe. I haven't proven it to myself. I haven't had it explained or proven to me otherwise. If you have the answers, or, you know, can point me in a direction, you can leave comments, and I will always try to follow up on anything that I feel called to. So if I don't respond to something you post, don't take it personally. Your time will probably be coming. I'm going with the flow. Like, I'm just trying to trust my intuition. I try to go where I feel pulled. I try to go where I feel called. I try to investigate things that kind of keep nagging at me. You know what I mean? So yeah, so it's hard sometimes distinguishing, like, what's trauma and what's empathic. And this is where, if you remember a previous video, I had mentioned that I think that they are a hallmark. I think trauma is a hallmark of an empath, you know. It's just a characteristic that many share, is what I think. And, like, everybody's getting stir crazy. Like, I've seen people driving, I've seen people walking, because I have the garage door open. It's already starting to get chilly in the car again. It's supposed to be like 15, but it says it feels like 0 because there's so much dampness in the air. And that's just a coastal thing. That's not even just the weather. You know what I mean? Our cold is always feels colder because it's damp. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, these are things that I'm trying to discover for myself. And I'm not ever trying to come here as an authority of anything. Like, I hope that that's perfectly understood. Like, I'm here to make people pause and think and be like, oh, that's a good question, or that's a good point, or I never thought of it that way. Like, that's my goal. I don't want people to think like me. I just want people to think, and I want to share my experience, and I want to see where that goes and what it leads to. You know, I look up to people like Brene Brown. If you've had trauma, I mean, I'm having a hard time getting into some of the things that she's into right now because I'm just on a different like wavelength right now. Like, I'm on a weird ass wavelength. I don't even know if I feel comfortable talking about openly with people. Like, I just don't, you guys. But you know, I don't feel that what I'm doing is not what I'm supposed to be doing. If anything, I feel like I've been supposed to be doing this and I'm behind, is how I feel. And so I'm judging myself. So like, where does that really come from? You know? And so I have to like sit with myself and be like, okay, well, when did I feel judged in my life? You know? And a lot of times I felt judged, you know what I mean? Especially like, you know, as a kid, kids are mean. I was probably a mean kid. I know definitely became a bully at some point. If not, had always been, maybe. I don't know. I was kind of a shy kid, so I never really was like... It's funny because people think that I'm intimidating, and I'm just like, that's so bizarre to me. It's so bizarre that people think I'm intimidating. But whatever. I mean, I'm going to be who I am, and if that makes people uncomfortable because they're afraid to be who they really are, then hopefully this will show them, like, it only gets better when you show up authentically. Like, that's what I think. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to show up authentically and see where that leads and see how much everything has truly been a lie. But back to judgment and such. Yeah, so I mean, I've always felt like I've been judged. You know, I always would have like poor marks in school, and it wasn't because I didn't know. It wasn't because I was stupid. It was because I just didn't care. I had no interest. I had no interest in what school was trying to teach me. A lot of it, I think, had to do with what I was going through from a very, like, I say from an early age, but really probably all my life, you know? So up until I left when I was 17, and I am knocking on 40's door. I'll be 39 in May. Damn, May's right around the corner too. Shit. Whew, it's all right. It's all good. It's all good. It's just a number. And look. Oh, man. I'm not ready. Okay. I'm never ready. You'll never be ready. Just know there's no such thing as being ready. There's no such thing. It's jump or don't jump. So yeah, I mean, it is hard, I think, to tell sometimes. And I don't even know if I thought I would have more answers, but, you know, this many weeks later, it's not like I haven't been thinking about this. It's not like I haven't been, you know, I mean, there's probably been some avoidance because I'm having the guilt that, oh, I haven't done this and I haven't whatever and blah, 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 blah. And, you know, sort of beating myself up and stuff. But I do want to make a point to show my face. I may go ahead and do another video right behind this one. And upload them when they upload. I mean, I don't know what else to say. And last time it cut off my exit when I was saying goodbye and telling everyone to take care of themselves and do try to practice good self-care. I'm not saying, oh, if you don't do it, blah, blah, blah. Like, y'all, I don't get into that stuff where people are using, shock and awe to like get attention. Like, I just don't get down with that. Like, I don't get down with that. Like, there are people that are YouTubers that I usually highly admire, but even they've been like dipping their toes into the whole, like, let me make a fearful title so you'll give me attention because fear sells and fear I don't think they realize it, but you know what I mean? Just, I don't know. I don't get down with that. But anyway, I'm gonna bow out on this one. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and record another one after this, and hopefully I'll get to the point of the matter and make up for the lost time as well. So take care. See you on the next one.